Hey everyone, it's June 27th, and that means that if today's your birthday, you share with Dipendra Bir Bikram Shah, mass murderer and former king of Nepal, who reigned while in a coma for 3 days in 2001 after killing his family, which gave him the crown to begin with. And that is him right up there. And I'd like to apologize for my terrible pronunciation of these names. Dipendra was born in 1971 to King Birendra and Queen Aishwarya of Nepal, and as the oldest son, he was the crown prince of the family. He was well liked and studied in Kathmandu as a child and attended Eton College in the United Kingdom as a teenager. Dippy, as he was known at the time, went on to study geography and even pursue a PhD, all while serving in the Royal Nepalese Gurkha Army. He was known to be an avid sports fan and also studied karate, becoming a black belt at the age of 20. But he also felt resentment at the controlling nature of a life in royal service and having your activities dictated to you by duty. Perhaps it's similar to what led Prince Harry to leave his royal family behind. In 2001, Dipendra had become frustrated at not being allowed to marry an Indian woman he met while in England due to her family coming from a lower caste and being longtime political rivals to the Shah dynasty. Having been told that he would have to give up his claim to the throne in order to marry her, he snapped, and on June 1st of that year, he murdered most of his family. While a large party was being held at the Nepalese royal palace, Dipendra drank heavily and caused a scene, which caused him to be asked to leave and was escorted to his room by his brothers. An hour later, Dipendra returned to the party, bringing an MP5K submachine gun and M16 rifle with him. He fired a single shot into the ceiling, then opened fire on his father, killing him. Dipendra then shot one of his aunts, and when his uncle tried to stop him, he received a fatal shot to the chest for his efforts. He shot indiscriminately at the guests, and one of his cousins gathered the children at the party and hid them beneath a sofa. His mother and another brother confronted Dipendra, with both being shot dead. He then shot himself, ending the rampage. When it was all over, 15 members of the royal family had been shot, with 10 of them dead. Dipendra was in a coma, but as the crown prince, he was declared king until he died from a self-inflicted injury 4 days later. His uncle, Gyanendra, who was out of town during the party, became king at that time. But his uncle's reign was also relatively short, since he tried to consolidate power and attempted to abolish Nepal's parliament in 2005. By 2008, political forces returned power to the people, and the parliament voted to eliminate the monarchy altogether, bringing an end to the Shah dynasty, which had held the throne of Nepal since the 1500s. While surviving victims of the attack all attest to Dipendra being the perpetrator, some conspiracy theorists believe that King Gyanendra was behind the attack and that the gunman was his cousin wearing a Dipendra mask. The lesson, as always, is that conspiracy theories are insufferable and should be ignored. If this is your birthday, I hope you have a great day. Leave me a comment so I can wish you a happy birthday. If you know someone whose birthday it is today, send them this video so they can find out all about their birthday twin. And to Dipendra Bir Bikram Shah, I say, happy birthday, you bastard.